What's up, YouTube? It's Ricky Gadson. Just want to give you guys an update on the More Mafia Gadson challenge. Alright, so it has not gone anywhere. I know it seems like things have died down some and all, but that's only because of this COVID stuff. Like, this is really ridiculous. So every time I go on Chris Moore's page and someone asks about what happened to the race, he goes, "I'm waiting on Ricky." It literally cracks me up that Seymour is acting like he's waiting on me. Like this race is not happening because Ricky Gadson is not ready. Now, don't get me wrong, because I'm not leaving no stone unturned when it comes to this dragon I'm about to do, all right? But Chris knows we talk all the time. We update each other all the time. He's looking at me, he's looking to see what tracks, I'm letting him know what tracks I want to do it at. He's letting me know what tracks he wants, so we have to update each other on what the tracks are saying. I got letters from a couple of racetracks that cannot have the event because they've been shut down because of the COVID stuff. They've been warned. They either cannot have an event, or they warned if they do have the event that they will shut them down. So, and this is going to be a absolutely big event. It's not fair for us to have this event at an XDA race or something like that where it's just us there and the racers there to see it. What about all you fans? What about all you YouTube fans that have been waiting for months and months and months to see this go down? That wouldn't be fair for us to be selfish and just throw this race just because me and him are at the same place at the same time. So what we plan on doing, I don't do anything half-assed. We're going to have our own event surrounding this race. And people are talking about coming from all over, out of the country, and like, really, this is going to be a big event. And on top of that, we're trying to have pay-per-view. First time ever a Grudge race is offered on pay-per-view. So that the fans that live in India and the fans that live in South Africa and all over the country that cannot come, you can watch it on pay-per-view. So that's the plan. We hope it goes down like that, but just bear with me. I just wanted to update you guys because all this Zook Nation stand-up stuff, it's really interesting. How can you Zook Nation followers of Seymour be so proud? Because he's kicking ass now. He's doing good. All his stuff he's touching, everything he's touched turns to gold recently. But at the same time, how can you be so proud to follow your leader when your leader is quick to abandon ship when it's not convenient? What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Did you see his dyno? The last YouTube he did with the two Kawasaki's. And the one with the Gixxers, the two Gixxers, one with the stage 3 flash.
Today's video, we're going to be dyno tuning stage 3 GSXR 1000 with a full track package. This bike is 100% going to be a ready to go quarter-mile killer at the racetrack. So we've done all the More Mafia final touches, I guess you would say. So it's going to have MR12 race gas. It's got the different transmission in the first gear, the low first gear, so the bike will leave really hard. Brock's alien head full exhaust, ceramic wheel bearings, the whole 9 yards, you name it, we did it. It also has the velocity stacks, the Carbon Smith short velocity stack.
First gear and velocity stacks and all that stuff. Did you see all that?
All right, guys, so we just finished up the tune. Stage 3 package, stage 2 flash, MR12 race gas with the Carbon Smith velocity stacks. Okay. So I have got on the screen, well, we finished up first off with 193 horsepower and 84 foot-pounds of torque.
193? 193. 193. Is that even with all the Chris Moore touches?
More Mafia, we actually helped design those. So Carbon Smith sent us like 8 sets of these things when he was making them, and we dynoed every single set, sold him or told him what to make, change based off of what he sent us. We have developed the perfect set of velocity stacks, and these things really shine at the racetrack. Now what we have run Redline is run 23. That is from the Elvin Eaton's. That is from his ZX10 with the stage 2 flash with the MR12. Okay, so that's the Redline is MR12. And then we've got the other ZX10 that we just did, Walker Thompson's slip-on pump gas ZX10. So that's red and green, okay? Red and green there. And I'm gonna get my mouse and my cursor. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna compare red and green. So red is the top. So the ZX10 was the high man out of all the bikes on MR12, okay? Now, the blue line is yours truly, old CM $sign on the dyno with the world's fastest stock motor 2020 GSXR 1000 with our stage 2 flash on it and MR12 race gas. This is basically every trick and tweak you can do to the GSXR 1000, okay? Now you can see it.
So Chris, I think you did pretty good with those ZX10s, flashing those ZX10s. Especially when you're not really a Kawasaki guy, but you did pretty good. You know, you got 199 horsepower out of it and 80 foot-pounds of torque. You had 2 of them, and the one that had all the stacks in it and the ZX10 that had all the goodies in it, you know. But you did good. 199 horsepower, 80 foot-pounds of torque. Meanwhile, the world's fastest 2020 GSXR made 197 horsepower and 86 foot-pounds of torque. That is really good on the torque. I got to give you credit on that. But let's agree, you stay in your corner and I'll stay in mine. Like, I probably can't make a GSXR go as fast or make as much power as you can, and you probably ought to leave the Kawasaki's up to me. But, you know, I understand. What else you expect for $200? Your flashes are only $200. I get you. Anyway, you're not really doing a good job of scaring me, though. You know, you got all these Kawasaki's up there, and they're making a little more horsepower than yours, but way off on the torque. I don't know what you're not doing, but it's definitely not every little trick and tweak to the Kawasaki's. Because, should we show them? No. I'm showing them anyway. I'm a nice guy. Let me show you something. So this is the antidote. 2020 ZX10R, right? MR12, carbon stacks. Not yours, not your carbon stacks. These are the Bellissimoto carbon stacks. But you got 193 with everything, ceramic bearings, wheels. You got the transmission done, the carbon stacks, the MR12, all the final touches. And look at that. You had a whopping 84 foot-pounds of torque. And Suzuki's always got more torque than Kawasaki's. You know, you just showed a graph where the Suzuki was trumping the Kawasaki's in torque by 10 foot-pounds. Like, maybe it's 10 horsepower. But your stacks made such a difference. I guess I'm not as far off as you think. And I promise you, I ain't done yet. That's the reason why I'm not ready. Because that ain't good enough for me. I still got some tricks and tweaks that I need to do. Horsepower don't win races. It doesn't matter that the ZX10 makes more horsepower. So don't get so happy. It's the torque that's going to win, and you don't have the torque. But he says that peak power is not relevant. Peak power in drag racing, even though they make more peak power, and he will admit that himself, that the GSXR is a better motorcycle for drag racing because of the torque and because it gaps the Kawasaki in the mid-range.
So as we scroll down through the RPMs, this is where your Suzuki 60 foots and leaves so much better at the drag strip than the ZX10. So now we're at 166.91 at 10,200 RPMs compared to 158 horsepower. So then we go down a little farther and you see actually the purple bike.
Wait, the purple bike? So I can't even beat the purple bike with a slip.
Is in the lead now, or not in the lead, but in second place over the ZX10, and that is the slip-on GSXR 1000. So a GSXR with a slip-on and pump gas makes more horsepower at 9,800 RPMs than a ZX10 with a full exhaust system and MR12 race gas.
Play us cheap if you want to. See how that works out for you. He's kind of right that you need more of that mid-range horsepower than you do the peak horsepower. But what I can't understand, please tell me if you know any different. But what I can't understand is why is it that a ZX10 with no mid-range and not as much torque as the GSXR, why is it that the ZX10 is the fastest in the super stock class and Zook Nation stand up? No, you can't stand up with pride. Cow Nation stand up because where does Seymour, what does he ride in super stock? What does he ride? You know? He rides a goddamn ZX14, a Kawasaki. I know. I'm laughing so hard, I know. Because the ZX10 is not the fastest. Yet, the ZX10 is the record holder in the class. In super stock. Stock wheelbase. No modification. The lone, there's one ZX10 in the class. And it's kicking everybody's ass. So, again, I ask Zook Nation, how is it that your leader tells you that the GSXR is the best bike on the drag strip? Why does Chris jump from a Gixxer, world's fastest stock motorcycle? Why does he not ride that in super stock? What do you say? That's my ZX14 over there on the dyno. I know. He rides one, I know. He rides one like me. He rides a ZX14. So, anyway, that's my question to you Zook Nation followers and you Chris Moore fans. Why does your leader ride a Kawasaki? Cow Nation, be proud. Stand up, stand tall, stand with your boy Ricky RG. Because guess what? Even Chris got to come to a Kawasaki to go fast in super stock. That's all I got to say. And wait for this to happen. Because God damn it, I promise you, it's going to be ugly.